I don't know how to tell you guys this, so you may want to sit down. After 4 years of development, and to everyone's surprise, Duviri is buggy.
I see that now.
Also, the sky is blue, Octavia's gay, and my nuts are fat.
Look at us now.
But my opinion doesn't matter because some motherfucker named Cunny Cunnilingus Connoisseur is going to comment,
Well, I didn't have any bugs.
There are no enemies. I can't see them.
right behind you, Tom.
There's no enemy here.
It's right there, Tom.
Am I hitting it?
Yeah. No, not anymore.
There's no enemy here. Please kill it, please.
But despite all of that, I have been pleasantly surprised. Duviri is Warframe's new roguelike, operator-based open-world game mode, like some sort of weird amalgam between itself and Risk of Rain 2. First, you start with a random assortment of Warframes and weapons. If you don't have one of them, don't worry, you'll be given the worst build you could ever imagine as a rental. But it doesn't matter much because as you progress through the main story and bounties, you'll be given decrees which vastly change the way you play, by throwing all semblance of balance out the window. This ranges from goofy shit like running faster with every decree under your belt to becoming the bipedal embodiment of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. For an update about restricting player choice, the amount of choice you have is actually pretty astounding. In Duviri, you have different times of day representing emotions called spirals, each with a small story consisting of 6 bounties. But you can say screw that and just explore, doing side objectives ranging from fishing to killing patrolling groups of Dax units to fuck shit, motherfucker.
18 naked drifters in the showers at Tam Ranch. 18 drifters with loaded format Karax.
Every time you complete one of them, you get a random selection of decrees. You can make yourself absurdly busted and powerful if you stack enough of these, but it's entirely optional. I just ate 4 in one bite. Let's go. I'm fish maxing. I'm fish maxing.
Fish maxing.
Drifter gets the ability to wield melee in this update, but as far as I'm concerned, the only weapon is the bonk stick. Combat is reminiscent to a half-baked Dark Souls. You have rolling and parrying and rolling and heavy attacking and rolling, but with at least 1 or 2 decrees that are melee-centric, you're just going to be spamming the melee key. You can also use the Sirocco as well to disrupt specific telegraphed attacks, which give the game mode a sense of prioritizing and strategy, but I can also just, you know. Horses are the worst thing ever. They're unwieldy, they can't yield properly mid-flight, sometimes they just don't want to fucking fly. I named mine D.E. Glen, and I appreciate him just as much as D.E. Glen. For me, the real meat and potatoes of the update is the circuit. The circuit is Warframe's answer to Destiny, having weekly challenge-based content for pretty decent rewards such as Arcanes, Adapters, and Incarnans. Hell, the entire update can be accessed by new players where they have an easier tree where they can get essential mods and even Warframes, which is pretty awesome. In the circuit, you have the same setup as Duviri. Select a Warframe and weapons from a random batch, a decree, and then fight through various game modes of scaling difficulty. In Steel Path, it's a blast. Even with dogwater weapons and prefab builds, decrees and smart thinking can make them viable. And the scaling jumping hundreds of levels at a time is just the chef's kiss. But once enemies start hitting around the 1000s and 2000s, if you don't have a defense frame, consider your defense pod as good as evaporated. I don't agree with DE completely removing your rewards if you fail, but with the only 2 fail conditions being survival and defense, it's not the worst thing, just kind of annoying. As a whole package, Duviri is fun with evergreen content, replayability, a new slew of gear to farm, and a new player experience. The bugs are frustrating, don't get me wrong, but luckily nowhere near Angels of Zeramin or Railjack. Or trust me, you would have had a video on day 1. Get out there, farm those intrinsics, and get those incarnans because my god, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the No, I mean, I'm not getting any good decrees. I've gotten literally...
Oh, yeah.
What? Just fuck...